Good afternoon, traders. It is 5:15, November 16th. It's Monday afternoon, and I'm ending the day after my aftermarket trade red. My green streak is over. I had 6 days in a row of green, and that ends today. But, I don't think that it was to my fault that much. I mean, what I did was within my plan, and it just maybe the bad thing that I did was I'm trading with I have like a meeting going on in the background at this time, but I usually still take a trade, and so far the aftermarket trades have been doing pretty well on as far as my win to loss ratio. So normally that's not a problem. But so let's just talk about the trade. I didn't get it on video because of the Zoom meeting in the background, but this is still like, a good trade to learn from for me and you guys. So essentially what happened here is this thing popped up on my screener, and when I pulled it up, I think these two candles were formed, and I checked on this candle and said, okay, look, it's got 3,500 plus shares of volume. That's good volume that's coming in after no volume. That's often how these things start in the aftermarket, is this volume comes in out of nowhere and drives the price up. So that's the kind of thing I want to be in. And one of my strategies is to buy for the break of the second candle, right? So if I get like two green candles heading up like this, then I buy for the break. And I'm pretty sure I got in, or I hit my buy, right around the break. But I got filled way up here at 238, and I think that was because of the spread, and that's one thing I didn't check because, again, I was distracted with a meeting in the background, but, I have to check the spread, and that's on me. So I got filled all the way at the top here, 238, and then I swear it was like about a second or two later, it went right from the 238, boom, right down to the bottom of this candle. It didn't ease its way down. It didn't chop around. It just went from there to there like a light switch. And so I guess, I got caught in a pump and dump. And, it is what it is. So anyway, so I'm sitting here, and this thing, it just went right to 226, and I'm like, oh, wow. That wasn't good. And the only reason I didn't sell all like as soon as that thing hit 226, even my stop loss was for the low of this candle right here. But the only reason I held for really like initially like just a couple of seconds just to think about what just happened and what's likely to happen afterwards. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have just sold all, right. But you'll hear what happened. So I'm thinking about that this thing could pop right back up just the same way that it came down. Really, that was the main thing, was like, wow, this thing popped down like that all of a sudden, and it's just sitting there. It could pop back up just as easily and do what I expect it to do, because you've got this, ascending pattern trying to form here. So I just hung out for a little bit, and the price didn't move. It just stayed there, at that 226 level. And, so I said, well, I might as well just like hang out and let it, just see what happens. And my plan, as I'm doing that, was all along to commit to, if it came down even 1 cent lower, I was going to sell out no matter what. So that was my plan. And if it would have come down, I definitely would have hit the sell all. So what actually happened was, see, this is like a half hour later, from this candle to this candle. So this didn't happen right away. So it was just sitting here. And so what I did after probably about 20 minutes of nothing happening, saying, okay, this is just a garbage stock. There's no volume. I shouldn't have gotten into it the first place. I got faked out by all that volume that came in on the first candle. And it just, it's a loss. So anyway, I put a sell limit order in, and I put it even initially like above my entry, just to see, if because it's not moving at all. So I might as well see if there's some hidden orders or something like that or whatever. So I did that and just let it sit for a few seconds. And as it wouldn't fill, I just moved it down 1 cent at a time, just so that I could get the best price that was out there, even though, or because this wasn't moving at all. So finally, when I brought it down to 225, that's when it sold. So I took a 13 cent hit on this one, and I had like 6 or 7 shares. So altogether, I was down about $1.06 here. So it ruined my green streak. and gave me a red day. And, that's going to happen. You can't be green every day. So anyway, the plan now is to come back tomorrow with a clean slate. Not to forget what happened in this trade, but not to have it in my mind where I'm thinking, okay, I need to trade aggressively and try to recoup this loss, because that's going to lead to a bigger loss. I just need to come in like it's my first day and trade my plan and trade the way I've been playing and get what I can from the market, and maybe throughout the week, work my way out of that hole. So anyway, that's it for today, and I'm sorry to have to report a loss, but thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something from this. Take care.